Hello, and welcome back to Lazy Sunday Casual Commander, a place for casual EDH. I wanted to take a second to thank everyone who has watched these videos over the last few days. This is a new channel, and as many of you know, it's hard to get a channel up and running, so I wanted to make sure that I show gratitude to each of you who are watching and subscribing to Lazy Sunday Casual Commander. If you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to go ahead and hit that button so you know when new content is updated. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get back to the focus of the video, the top 5 artifact and enchantment removal spells in EDH. Artifacts and enchantments are stronger than ever, and we need answers to some of these major threats. We have all been in a position where we wished we had more removal, so if you're looking to add some to your deck, or maybe you're building a new deck and are wondering what removal to throw in, this video is here to help. As always, just a reminder that this list is completely my opinion, which you may not agree with, and that's okay. If you disagree, please be sure to tell us what you would change down below in the comments. Coming in at number 5, we have Return to Dust. A little pricier with its CMC than what we would normally want with an artifact and enchantment removal, but the upside of this spell is that you essentially get to run this spell twice, if you play it at the right time. The card is a 2 white instant that reads, Exile target artifact or enchantment. If you cast this spell during your main phase, you may exile up to one other target artifact or enchantment. So while you may cast it at instant speed, you may want to drop it main phase to reap the full benefits of this card. At number 4, we have Hull Breach. This card plays at sorcery speed for a red and a green and reads, choose one. Destroy target artifact, or destroy target enchantment, or destroy target artifact and target enchantment. So for all of you indecisive people out there who can't choose between getting rid of that artifact or that enchantment, fear not. This card lets you do both and for only 2 mana. In the number 3 spot, we have Ancient Grudge. It's no surprise that we find another Gruul-themed card here, as this kind of removal excels in these colors. Sorry blue and black players, this isn't your time to shine. Ancient Grudge is an instant for 1 and a red that simply reads, destroy target artifact. The value in this card, however, comes from the flashback. For only a green, you can play this card again from the graveyard. While it doesn't allow you to target enchantments, being able to take out 2 artifacts for only 3 mana pretty much makes up for the loss. At number 2, we have Artifact Mutation. This instant card at a red and a green reads, destroy target artifact, it can't be regenerated. Create X 1/1 green sapperling creature tokens, where X is the artifact's converted mana cost. This card has buckets of value, not only with the removal itself, but its ability to get yourself a fistful of 1/1 creatures to fill up your board. You may find yourself not even getting rid of an artifact for the sake of it being a threat, but possibly just to get yourself a few chump blockers in a pinch. Easily one of the best utility removal cards for artifacts, I'm still surprised that this card only costs 2 mana to play. Before we get to the number 1 spot, let's take a look at a few honorable mentions with Fate Forgotten and Aura Shards. Fate Forgotten is plain and simple. 2 and a white, exile target artifact or enchantment at instant speed. It's quick, it's easy, and it's instant. Not quite on the top 5, but is a good inclusion if you're running mono white or white without green or red. Aura Shards is a fun enchantment that lets you destroy artifacts and enchantments every time you drop a creature. The only reason this card didn't make it to the top 5 is that you're relying on the creature drops to get the effect. If you aren't getting creatures into your hand, or if your opponent keeps your creatures from hitting the battlefield, you aren't going to set this card off. But overall, it's a good enchantment and can make your opponents hesitate to put out artifacts or enchantments until Aura Shards is off the board. Moving along with our number 1 spot, we have Dragon Maze's split card, Wear and Tear. This instant, or rather these instants, come in at either 1 and a red or just a white to allow you to select whether you choose to destroy an artifact with its red cost or an enchantment with its white cost. The converted mana costs are incredibly low here, and this card has enough versatility to keep it at our number 1 spot, the same way the modal double-face lands have been storming the land slots over the last few sets. It just doesn't get any better than that. That about wraps it up for this list. If you have better suggestions for artifact or enchantment removal, tell us about it in the comments below. We hope this list helps when it comes to your deck building, or at least got you thinking about ways to get around some of those more tricky permanents. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and subscribe. We are just getting started, and those subscriptions really help us out. We plan to get more content up regularly, so be sure to stay tuned. Thank you again for watching Lazy Sunday Casual Commander.